Still hiding your confidence because your outfit isn't doing the talking? My name is Wuraola Ubaka. I am called your profitable fashion coach because if your business isn't making money, why are you even in business? At Wura, we don't just make clothes. We create statements. Our timeless ready-to-wear pieces are created for the woman who walks in grace, owns her space, and turns heads effortlessly. And if you are a fashionpreneur struggling to turn your talent into real income, especially if you are stuck in bespoke and want to transition to ready-to-wear, the Profitable Fashionpreneur Academy is your next step. We teach fashion creatives how to structure, scale, and sell profitably. From the woman who wears it to the woman who makes it. Confidence and profits go hand in hand. Wura dresses you. The PFA builds you. So come, join the movement. Wear confidence and build profits with Wura and the Profitable Fashionpreneur Academy. Welcome to another Fashionpreneur Friday Live. This is that place where we come and we talk about the things that we need to pay attention to as fashion entrepreneurs. Things that are costing us our peace, costing us our profit, costing us our time. And so we're here tonight again to share yet another topic in our Fashionpreneur Friday Live series. And I hope you are ready. My name is Wuraola Ubaka, and I am called your one and only profitable fashion coach. Right here in the PFA, we say that if your business is not making money, why are you even in business? The PFA helps ready-to-wear entrepreneurs build sustainable fashion brands that are profitable. So tonight, we're going to be looking at four silent business killers that are sabotaging your end of year sales. 4 silent business killers that are sabotaging your end of year sales. So, it's the end of the year. Christmas is coming, and a lot of us are looking into our systems and saying, okay, how do I give this a last push for the year? How do I push my stock out for the last time? How do I get in my numbers? Because, December is that time of the year when we get in our numbers, because we don't want to go through December without getting in the numbers and then start January. Normally, people say January is a lean month. Awura, January is not a lean month, funny enough. But you don't want to go into January feeling lost, feeling like, where did all the money I made last year go? Feeling like, how come I didn't make enough money this December? And so I want to share 4 silent things that you may not have thought of, that you may not have averted your mind to, but these things may be sabotaging your end of year sales. So the purpose of this class is to help you think about these things so that as you plan your sales campaigns for the end of the year, you're putting it into perspective and you're ensuring that you are creating sales campaigns that would actually bring in the numbers. We want you to meet your sales numbers. We want you to hit your sales targets. So yes, what are the silent killers? Let's start with one. Silent killer number 1. I call it pretty but pointless products. Pretty but pointless products. Yes, we all have that one. Pretty but pointless products. And if you're on this live, I want you to put it in the comment sections. Pretty but pointless products. Yes, as fashion creatives, a lot of the time, we are always caught up in creating. We just want to create, So we are creating this, we are creating that, we are creating this. And you find yourself saying, oh, this is so nice. When people see this thing, they will buy it like this. Have you done that before? Especially if you're ready to wear entrepreneur on this stream. You have this design. You thought about it. You saw it in your head. You were like, by the time I do this, this is the one. This is the one that is bringing in that money. But guess what? You put out that design and nobody buys it. You say, maybe the price is high. You reduce it. Crickets. Nobody buys it. If you're here and you've had that type of experience, let me know in the comment section. So a lot of designers create what looks good to them, what looks cute, not what their target customer actively is looking for. So your job as an entrepreneur, and this applies to anybody in any industry. We are talking about fashion entrepreneurs, but really in any industry, your job as an entrepreneur is to solve problems. The reason why your product gets sold is because they are coming to your customer and they are meeting the customer as a need. So let's look at it this way. Christmas is coming. There are a lot of events. There are a lot of parties. There are a lot of, oh, I need a white dress. Oh, I need a red dress. Oh, I need a pink dress. Oh, I need something to attend my 40th school reunion. So your dress has to fit into one of those I needs. That's how you get sold out. So if your outfit is not coming to a customer as a need, if it's not solving the problem of I need this, I need that, then you are going to be creating products that nobody needs this season. So you need to ask yourself, what are the events that the ideal customer, the woman or the man, the person that buys from me, what is the person doing during Christmas? What kind of places does this person go to during Christmas? What kind of things will they need to wear to this place that they are going to during Christmas? And those are the things that you want to focus on. You don't want to go and start doing things that have no business, being sold in this season. You're doing workwear, or you're doing something that, they don't need for the season. People are going for brunches. People are going to the village. They need nice, easy, breezy dresses that they can use to entertain guests at home. Are you thinking of that? Are you thinking of things that they can use to hang out with their friends that haven't seen in, for a while? Are you thinking of the customer? If your customer is the type of customer who is always traveling for Christmas, are you thinking that, oh, this person is going abroad, she's going to be on a boat cruise, she's going to be this? Are you thinking there? And that's why it's not just about creating products. You have to start with the customer. And this is the reason why in the PFA Ready to Wear Bootcamp, the first thing that we start with in week 1 is knowing your why and knowing your who. Because if you do not know that fundamental thing about who you are called to serve, you will always be creating pieces that are pretty but pointless. And this may be one of the things that is actually sabotaging your end of year sales. It's actually costing you your time, costing you your profits. So what would you like to do now? Think about 3 things, 3 places that your ideal customer is going to go to this Christmas. Think about 3 events and evaluate. Now, don't just sit down and think. Do a poll. If you already are a ready-to-wear fashion entrepreneur, then you already have a client base, no matter how small. You want to go back into that client base and do a poll, whether you're doing it through surveys or you're doing it through one-on-one conversations in the DMs, asking them, oh, what would you like to see for Christmas? Or what kind of places do you go to for Christmas? What kind of designs best suit your need for Christmas? You want to be operating from a place of clarity. You want to make sure that your products are meeting your customers as a need, not as, make we just say so now. Say na end of year, make we just so. When we sow, we go try sell. No, we want you to make what the customer is ready to buy. We want you to be sure that you have a ready market before you're producing anything. Not that you're just producing for producing sake. This is not the time of the year when we do that. So the first thing that is making you, that is sabotaging your business, the first silent killer is pretty but pointless products. So you want to be able to cut that, and you want to be able to position yourself as a sane voice in the Christmas chaos. The next thing that you want to do is to make sure you have created a sales system. And even though it may be a little late in the day to talk about this, but there's still time. You cannot just be creating products and hoping that somebody will buy, and praying that when you post that product on Instagram, someone will ask you how much. You want to be creating products with, again, a specific customer and a specific need in mind, And also, you want to have created that sales funnel with which the customer will buy. So yes, your second silent killer is you have no sales system. You're just hoping. You're just praying. But yes, sales has a system. So how do you create a system of sales? Number one, you need to go back into your systems, go back to your customer database. Look through all the people who have bought from you from January to December. You have a group of people who are regular shoppers, they shop for you all the time. You have a group of people that have shopped only once. You have a group of people that have inquired but haven't shopped. And yes, if you're here and you are not keeping customer data, you are wrong. This was some of the things that I suffered when I first started. Improper customer data, incoherent customer data splashed and scattered all over the place. But these are some of the mistakes that I make sure fashionpreneurs don't make starting our business. So your customer data is so important. And that's why mentorship is important. If you are a fashion entrepreneur and you're winging it, I will tell you that this is not the time of the day for that. Not even with the cost of, production. Now, whether it's fabric, whether it's machines, whether it's getting tailors, whether it's power, the cost of production, especially if you're in Nigeria or sub-Saharan Africa or Africa as a whole, cost of productions are really on the rise. So you don't want to be producing in the blind. You want to be producing with clarity. Because ready to wear is not like bespoke. In bespoke, someone is giving you money, you're making a dress, you're collecting it. But in ready to wear, you are taking it all. You are risking it. So you better be risking it for something that you have actually researched on. You can't be risking it for unresearched places. So you want to look through your customer data. And if you're someone who is transitioning, the people who are fitting into your target audience as you're transitioning, you want to go back and look into your customer data and say, where are these people that have been buying from me? Where are these people that have only bought once? Where are these people who haven't bought, but they've been every time they will inquire? You want to create a product that will meet that person who is the normal inquirer. Because part of gathering data is understanding why she hasn't bought. If she hasn't bought, it means she has some objections that you're yet to answer. It means she has some reservations that you're yet to meet. So you need to be able to understand why. Understand her why. Why hasn't she bought from you? And you want to be able to create a system so that when you are making this thing, it is for these people. It is meeting these people that, have always inquired but haven't bought. So whether you're creating bundle deals, if for instance price is a problem, you can create bundle deals, or you can give a free gift as you're bundling so that you're something to just make them take that final step. Or you can also, some of them may be like, because they are afraid that will they get their clothes with them. You need to understand where the objection is coming from, and then now create a sales system that solves that objection. That is for the person who has not bought from you before. Now, for the ones who have bought from you, so they've bought from you, they always buy from you, but you want them to buy more this Christmas. You already know the type of things they like. So you want to start sending out, pre-Christmas messages. You want to start telling them what you're doing for Christmas. You want to start telling them that, you have this collection coming up, but you want to give them the story about the collection, how it is, it is taking them back to their roots, back to their heritage, it's helping them with celebrations. You want to paint a beautiful picture that makes them know that this collection is coming and I need to be ready with my wallet. You don't want to just, I always tell my mentees, I say, if you shock your customers, they will shock you back. Many times you're like, oh, I'm working on this collection. It's so nice. It's so nice. When my customers see it, I'll just shock them. If you shock them, they will shock you. So we don't want to shock our customers. We want our customers to be prepared. We want our customers to see us coming and be ready with their wallets. And so you want to create a whole story around your collection, around what you're doing. You want to create a whole, a whole system, a whole story that tells, oh, through the year, we have done this, we have done that, but now as we're coming into Christmas, this is a time of bringing it in, this is a time of homecoming, and so we're carefully curating this collection to help you. For those of you who will be going home to see mom, to see your sisters, not only are we curating a collection for you, but we're also curating gift ideas for you. So when the collection drops, it will drop in a bundle. You buy for yourself and for mom. You need to be telling a compelling story so that you're feeding this to these people that buy from you all the time. You're creating a system by which those things will be sold. And then, of course, it's a ready-to-wear collection. So you could have done your first samples and shot, or you could have even done AI images of the things that you want to do. And you can start putting it up for pre-orders. Christmas collection is coming. Pre-order it before 1st of December to get 10% off, or get first look, or get this free gift. So because when you're creating pre-orders, number one, you're short-circuiting that whole, how will these people buy? You're getting money in before you already do it. And then you're able to actually be ready, so that by the time people are coming in for Christmas like this, you're ready. Once your collection is dropping, they are ready to buy it. So Vanessa, the boot camp is online. It's 100% online. It's a 90 days boot camp. It's a 90 days ready to wear boot camp, and it holds online. And through the course of the 90 days, we actually show you implementable strategies to move you from confusion to clarity. But I'll go into that towards the end of the class. Let me just run through this so that I keep the message together. All right. So silent killer number 2 is no sales system. All right. Now let's go to silent killer number 3. Silent killer number 3. Silent killer number 3 is pricing out of fear instead of strategy. And yes, this happens even to the best of us. Every day you do your costing, you do your profit and loss, you do everything, and then you want to place a price on the product, and you're like, say people will buy. Will they buy? Maybe I should reduce it. So pricing has a formula, and yes, any money, any amount can be sold. Any amount you can. Dresses of 1 million naira for ready to wear, people are selling it and people are buying. People are buying dresses of $700. People are selling and people are buying. And people are selling 5,000 naira. People are selling, people are buying. There's a market for everybody. There's a market for everything. But the first thing you want to do when you're pricing is that, number one, your pricing must be value-based. When I look at your product, it needs to be matching the price. So you can put any price you want on your product and someone will buy it. But the question is, when I look at this product, does the value seem worth that price that I am seeing? The reason why you may put a price and you see customer resistance is because they feel that that price is not backed up by a corresponding value. So I was having a conversation with a fellow fashion entrepreneur. She was telling me how, there is a luxury craze in Nigeria now. So people put the luxury stamp without the luxury feeling, without the luxury craftsmanship, without the luxury customer experience, without the luxury delivery system. So it's not enough for you to say, oh, this dress is luxury, then you slap a crazy price tag on it. If it is luxury, I want to see the luxury in every part of your ecosystem. So from the way you speak to me when I come into the DM to place an order, to the way you take the order, to the way the order communication line is open, your dress is ready, it's being packaged, it has been dispatched, to the way I receive it, to the way it is packaged when I receive it. Luxury is a feeling. It's not just about the product. So if you want to price properly, make sure that your product is corresponding with your price. Now, I'm not saying go and put 100,000 naira and you're selling a product that I'll look at it and I say, even if they dash me this product, I no go buy them. Yes. So it must correspond. The price tag must correspond with value. If your price tag does not correspond with value, the market is going to resist it. So now I'm not saying, if you now have that price tag that is corresponding with value, you need to now make us understand. Let us see how this price, let us see why this price, communicate that value to the customer. So instead of focusing on trying to reduce your price, focus on communicating the value. Communicate the value. If your dress is made from raffia that you source from Congo, and then you went to Congo, and then you want to show that whole process. Oh, you go to Congo, you now source the raffia, they now hand stitch it, they now hand bead it, they now do it, and then you now show 5 of it, very exclusive, only 5 pieces, super luxury, one in every size. Once it's gone, it's ready to wear, but it's ready to wear with a difference, blah blah blah. You have already painted a picture of exclusivity, and they have seen the craftsmanship that went into it. They have seen the process by which you arrived at this price that you are not telling them to pay. Not that you just go to the market, you just buy fabric. The way the fabric is in the market, that's how you make it. Back and you now put luxury price. Luxury price without luxury service. So yes, your pricing yourself out of fear instead of strategy is one of the silent killers of your business. And of course, this pricing can swing both ways. So whether you're pricing too low or pricing too high. So you're pricing too high because you feel, okay, it's Christmas, people need this dress, so let me just price it high and sell it. But then as you're pricing it high, the value is not corresponding with the price. Or you're pricing it too low because you feel, oh, it's Christmas, so I've had this talk on my oh, let me just sell it off. But meanwhile, that low price that you charge does not even correspond with the value of the clothes, how much you spent, how much you put in, how much craftsmanship, workmanship, tailor, calculating your overheads and calculating your recurrent expenditure. It doesn't make, when you do the math, you see that the math is not matching. So when I talk about price being one of those things that are sabotaging your business, I do not mean pricing out of fear that you're pricing too low. It can be pricing high and pricing low. So the key thing you want to take note of in this point is that, number one, your price is reflective of the value that you offer. When people see your product, they should say, this product is so nice and the price is just right. So it should meet it. Your price and value should correspond, and then you should be able to communicate that value with clarity. Some of us are so afraid to defend the prices on our products. You're so afraid because you cannot even tell me why. So when I'm wearing a 2-piece from Wura on this. If you come to me and you say, oh, this your 2-piece is so expensive, I will tell you why. I will tell you how we arrived at this price that we are charging you. I will make you see why this value we are communicating to you is important. I will make you see why this value we are communicating to you is important. So you need to actually communicate the value, not just slap a pretty price on it. So yes, your pricing is one of those things that is sabotaging your end of year sales. And then silent killer number 4. Silent killer number 4 is that you have zero customer experience plan. You don't have a plan for your customer experience. And what do I mean by this? Okay, you go to a brand to buy a dress. How much is this dress? 2,000. How long will it take to get it? 12 to 15 working days. What's your procedure? For others, pay this, blah, 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 blah. You very mechanical. But this is Christmas. So if you don't have customer experience throughout the year, Christmas is not the time you don't have it. So if you are your own sales rep, you will train yourself to smile through your DMs this Christmas. When you are communicating with someone, even written communication, I'm sure you can feel the emotions through that person's communication. Am I right or am I wrong? If you're on this stream, when you are communicating with someone is sending you a message, can you feel the emotions through the person? Do you know if the person is happy, if the person is excited, if the person is sad, if the person is just trying to get through another day at work? You can feel it. So you want to be able to pass the emotions of joy to your customer this Christmas. This is not the time someone comes into your DM and you're answering one. Hello, ma'am. Lovely to have you here. Welcome to our end of year season. We have exciting things in store for our customers. How can we help you today? Yeah, so I want this, I want this, I want this. Okay, thank you. This season is this. We have our current processing times of this time. We know that everybody needs their clothes because they may be traveling for the holidays. So we are putting in this to make sure that your clothes come to you ahead of time and in time for Christmas. You are showing the customer that you're thinking about them. You're not trying to sell a clothes. You're thinking about them. So you'll be asking things like, do you need them for a specific time? When are you traveling? You need them. You need to know. You need to be answering their questions before they ask them. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So your customer experience in this period must be 100% because guess what? Everybody is stressed. Everybody is stressed, including you. But guess what? You don't get to be stressed when you're answering a customer in the DM, in store, whatever. So whether you or your sales rep, you need to be trained to be able to answer customers. And of course, it's the end of the year. Look for little perks that you can give your customers to tell them thank you, whether they are shopping for the first time or they're shopping. Of course, don't go all out. Do according to the limit of what you have set within your budgetary allocation for Christmas gifting. But yes, you should give your customers something for Christmas. Whether it's a little tote bag that you make in your shop, whether it's a small hair scrunchie, whether it's a... The truth of the matter, customers don't care what the gift is. They just care that you gave something. They don't care. They don't care. Even if you're doing a small turban, you're giving just a small silk scarf. They don't really care that thing that you give. They just care that you give. So if you know that you don't even have time, just buy a nice silk material. Create silk scarves out of it. Do the silk scarf, put your small logo there and say, this is a small Christmas gift. You can tie the scarf around your bag. You can tie it as a headpiece. You can use it as a necktie. You can give them 3 suggestions of how to style that silk scarf. Silk scarf, you buy the material. Maybe you buy 1 yard of silk, 5,000 naira. You divide that yard of silk into maybe like 12 or 20 scarves that are like maybe 18 inches. You just divide them, going straight, and then you give it out with a small note. For gifting, it is the thoughts that counts. So those silk scarf, they can use it for their bags, they can use it for their hair, they can use it as neckties, but it will make them know that this brand, they are not just collect, they are thinking about us. Then whether it is that you want to give Christmas giveaways to your most loyal followers, you want to be able to curate it in a way that is also bringing money in. So, okay, you've been buying with us from January to December. If you can show us your transaction receipt that is up to a certain amount, okay, it's up to 200,000 naira, you get a free gift. If you buy from us, so you can just build all these things that shows customer that you are there for the people. You are there to put money in the pocket of people who have been putting money in your own pockets. So customer experience is something that you want to focus on. If you don't focus on customer experience in December, the brands who are focusing on customer experience will collect your customers from you. That's the truth. They will collect it. It's not prayer and fasting. Because if I'm buying the same kaftan from you, another kaftan brand is giving me the kaftan, and it's giving me the kaftan with a cute scarf, or it's giving me the kaftan with a cute purse, or it's giving it to me with nice cute earrings, whatever it is, be like, if I buy this one now, we get cute earrings. If I buy this, buy two, get one tote bag. But I will go there now. If it's you, will you not go? Will you not go? So you want to be focusing on customer experience. And whether you want to tell that to everybody, or if you have your customers within a mailing list or within a WhatsApp, that's fine. But the key thing is that the people who have put money in your pockets through the year, you want them to know that you are grateful and that you are here for them and that you are here to actually share the love this season. So if you are tired of just winging your fashion business, you want structure, you want strategy, you want a sales system. For some of you, all these things I'm saying will just be sounding like, things that are just flying over your head, But if you're someone who had come out of the PFA Ready to Wear bootcamp that just concluded, you'll be like, everything I'm saying to you will make sense because you will know exactly how to implement these things I'm saying. Because, we have already taught a system within the bootcamp. So if you're a fashion entrepreneur and you're on this stream by any chance, you are not here by chance, someone sent it to you, you saw the link, something brought you here, and you are not here by chance. You want to find yourself in a system. You want to find yourself in a system that helps you grow, that helps you think of the things you should be thinking about, and that gives you a community where you're no longer alone, where you can ask questions. Now, everything I've shared with you here are part of the framework and the blueprint that we teach in the PFA Ready to Wear Bootcamp. Now, someone was asking, what is the bootcamp? How is it delivered? And, is it online or in store, and how much is it? The PFA Ready to Wear Bootcamp is a 90 days accountability system that moves fashion entrepreneurs from confusion to clarity, from structure-led to structured. Now, through the course of 90 days and through 12 individual topics, we actually, thank you, Vanessa, for listening to all my videos. We actually teach you how to move your business from a place where you were just doing something. You don't know if it's even a business you were running. All you shall know is that you were sewing clothes, and you were sewing clothes and you were selling the clothes, but you're not really sure what's happening in between. So we make you the frontline general of your business. We want to make sure that you are no longer in a place where you have a problem but you don't know the solution. You will have a problem and you will know how to solve it by the time you finish the 90 days in the bootcamp. So the PFA Ready to Wear Bootcamp is bootcamp. It gives you an implementation system. And there are some people here. I can see Oma Wins. She's in our current cohort of the bootcamp. I don't know anybody else who is on the stream, but yes, I can see people here who are in the bootcamp. So it is a daily implementation system. Yes, in bootcamp, it's not that we'll now come, we'll not talk to you once a week, then we'll now go till next week. No, that's not my bootcamp. In bootcamp, you are working every day on your business, because as far as the sun shines and daylight and nightfall comes, if you have a business, you are going to be spending money every day. Yes, Ngozi Daniel is here. She's also a part of the bootcamp. You're going to be spending money every day. So we don't want you to believe that doing business is about convenience. It's not about convenience. You can't be a ready-to-wear entrepreneur and you are looking for convenience. Because guess what? You are making clothes. You're putting your money down before someone buys. You don't get to be sleeping. Yes, you will sleep, but you will sleep after strategy. And so in the bootcamp, we teach you how to create that system by which you're able to strategize your business. You're able to move from being a tailor to being a fashion CEO to being a brand owner. That's what we do in the bootcamp. And the bootcamp is 250,000 naira for 90 days, for a 90-day instructor. And of course, you can book a slot with 20,000 naira and you can spread the payments up until, the bootcamp starts. The next cohort of the bootcamp starts on the 1st of February, 2025. The last cohort just started, so we are currently in the cohort, and the next cohort starts on the 1st of February, 2025. The bootcamp, 250,000 naira, Vanessa. 250000. Okay, and if you're in Botswana, you can pay through Seller. We have a Seller link. Just send a message to the number scrolling on the screen now. I'm also going to drop it in here. Yeah, so you can send a message to this number, and then someone is going to actually attend to you and let you know, what it is in your local currency and how you can actually go get around to paying. So in the last bootcamp, we had someone from Kenya, and I think we had someone else from Cameroon. And then in this bootcamp, I think we have one other person from Kenya in this bootcamp. So yes, we have, because the PFA is created with the African problem in mind, because I am someone who I had my fashion training from a very broad spectrum place. I went to Central St. Martin's College of Arts in London for a couple of courses, and then I was trained both in Nigeria as well. And so I know the unique idiosyncrasies of when you're trying to learn fashion business structure from people who are not even in the system where you are. So the African setup is quite different from the setup of, other places in the world. And that's one of the reasons why I really created the PFA. because there weren't enough people. I can't even say there weren't enough people. I didn't see anybody that was doing what I knew needed to be done for the African fashion entrepreneur to be profitable. A lot of people were giving random disjointed thing, but nobody really going deep. People were just scratching the surface. And I was like, we can actually solve the problem of profitability if someone is not ready to do the work. So call me your sacrificial lamb. And that's why I say that I'm your one and only profitable fashion coach. And I say with every sense of responsibility, because I know the mandate that God has given me to bring people into profitability. And even me, I say it all the time, I don't come to you from a place of perfection. I am a student in that class. Every day I'm giving a voice note and I'm writing down something I want my team to do. I'm writing down something that I need to do. Even just yesterday, I was redoing an SOP for one of my team members based on an error that happened in the store. I'm like, okay, if this error happened, I need to systemize it. And these are some of the things which we will teach you, about in the bootcamp. So I said something about the initial amount and the payment plan. Yes, so you can pay 20,000 naira to book a slot, and then you can spread the payments through the course of the up until the 1st of February. Just send a message to that number, Vanessa, and someone will, in fact, I will attend to you personally. Just send a message to that number or drop your number in the comment section and I'll get it and I'll attend to you. Just drop your number in the comment section so that we can take this, to the DM. All right. So let's get back to our class, even though it's over, but I want to do a recap. So tonight we have discussed 4 silent killers that may be sabotaging your end of year sales. And the first thing we said was pretty but pointless products. And what do you do about this? You want to create products that are meeting the customer as a need. So that starts by understanding who your customer is, understanding what they're going to be doing this Christmas, and understanding what kind of outfits they will need to go to those places to do those things they need to do. And then creating products that will meet them in that place. That when they say, oh, we have coronation in my village, this is what I wear. Oh, my brother, sister's uncle is getting married, this is what I wear. We are hosting people in the family house, this is what I wear. Oh, I'm traveling to the village, this is what I wear in the airport. That's how you want to be thinking about the things you're creating. So don't just create pretty color. Oh, it's so good. Oh, dimma, oh, maka. And then nobody is buying it. Please, we want to create products that people actually buy. So number 2 is you have no sales system. You're just hoping that, you just, so then we shall buy, then we shall buy. No. So what have I said you should do to combat that? Go back into your database, whether you're a bespoke trying to transition or you already started your ready-to-wear brand. I want you to go back into the customers that you already have. Because guess what? It's easier to sell to existing customers than look for new customers. And Christmas is not the time you want to start convincing people. Doesn't mean you won't convince people. Then you will. But before that, go back to the ones that have been buying from you, keeping you in business, and start churning. Start churning those customers out. That is number 2. Create a sales system. Number 3, stop pricing out of fear. Now, pricing out of fear, I told you, it swings both ways. So whether you're pricing the products too high or you're pricing them too low, you need to make sure that you're pricing your products in a way that meets value. The value of the product should correspond with the price. Don't give someone substandard products and you're putting a pretty tag on it. Or you have pretty products that are really good and you're putting a substandard tag on it. If you have good products and you price them low, people are going to doubt the authenticity of that product. They'll say, where did she get this fabric from? Why is it so cheap? I beg, I don't think it's original. And if you have a product that looks cheap and you're charging too high, people are going to be like, why is she charging this for this thing? Is this not this nylon that they are selling in this thing? So you want to make sure that your product is matching and you're pricing based on a strategy, not out of fear. So that's number 3. And number 4 is zero customer experience plan. You need to have a plan for your customers. You need to have a customer experience plan that will make clients rush you this December. You need to have a mode of delivery, a mode of responding to DMs, free gifts or freebies or bundle offers that make customers feel seen, heard, acknowledged, loved by your brand this Christmas. You need to have that. So if you are tired of winging it, the PFA Ready to Wear Bootcamp is where you should get into. The next cohort starts on the 1st of February 2026. And of course, you know I can't wait to be your coach. The people who are here, who I coach, know that I love to coach. All right. Thank you so much for joining us on another Fashionpreneur Friday Live Forum. If we have any questions, I'm happy to take them because I love taking questions. I love to hear from you. What do you think are things you struggle with going into the end of the year? What are things you've struggled with in the past? What are things that you wish, someone had told you? If you have any questions, I'll give a few minutes for a question. Yes, there's a cohort right now, but once my cohort starts, nobody gets in again. You have to wait until the next cohort. So the current cohort started on the 1st of November. So we are 2 weeks in. But no, we are not taking anybody in until February. And it's really just simple. Even if you come in now, you won't be able to catch up. The boot camp is intense. So you need to be in from like day one. If you're not in from day one, they be like, she comes in now, can she catch up? You can't catch up. I don't want to set you up for failure. And in boot camp, if you come in and you don't keep up with your daily reflections, after 14 days, if you're not up, we are going to actually have to send you out. Yes, we are going to send you out because it's boot camp. We're not there to play. It's not a program that we just come, someone just wants to collect your money. I mean, I will collect money. I'm the profitable fashionpreneur coach. I will collect your money, but beyond collecting your money, I want you to have the results. That is the reason why this is set up. It is set up for results. So I don't want to just collect your money and you don't have results. So it's not just that we collect your money. I will make sure that you give me results. So bootcamp is boot camping. Yes. So no, nobody comes in once we lock the gates. So if you want to get in, and really, 3 months is not a long time. We have our Fashionpreneur Friday series every day, and we just send me a message. We keep you busy until the 3 months. You'll see that it will roll by so quickly. And if you pay and you get into the wait list, you at least have 1 or 2 things to be seen before the boot camp starts so that you can be ready. You can't join now, but February, we're there for you. All right. So do we have any other questions? Any other questions? All right. If you don't have any questions, I think this is a good place to call it a night. And of course, I want you to smash those end of year numbers, whether you're in bespoke or you're in ready to wear or you're transitioning. Christmas is a time that you try to make up your numbers so that by the time you start the year, you are starting strong. So keep throttling. Don't get tired. All right. And of course, if you need an implementation system, that is why we are here. As always, my name is Wuraola Obaka, and I am called your one and only profitable fashion coach. I am the only one who is putting in the work to ensure that you are profitable. We care about your profitability at the Profitable Fashionpreneur Academy, and I will see you next Friday, same time, same stations, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube live by 7 p.m. for another Fashionpreneur Friday live series. Feel free to share this link with your friends and family and anybody in the fashion space who you think may benefit from it. Don't be stingy. And I will see you in the next one. Have a good night, everyone. Still hiding your confidence because your outfit isn't doing the talking? My name is Wuraola Obaka. I am called your profitable fashion coach because if your business isn't making money, why are you even in business? At Wura, we don't just make clothes. We create statements. Our timeless ready-to-wear pieces are created for the woman who walks in grace, owns her space, and turns heads effortlessly. And if you are a fashionpreneur struggling to turn your talent into real income, especially if you are stuck in bespoke and want to transition to ready-to-wear, the Profitable Fashionpreneur Academy is your next step. We teach fashion creatives how to structure, scale, and sell profitably. From the woman who wears it to the woman who makes it. Confidence and profits go hand in hand. Wura dresses you. The PFA builds you. So come, join the movement. Wear confidence and build profits with Wura and the Profitable Fashionpreneur Academy.